So children, I am very happy to meet you all in lesson 3 Robinson Crusoe, which is in your page number 35. Okay, so I want you all to be ready with your English textbook and with your pencil. Okay, so that you can mark it down the synonyms of the difficult words. Okay. So children, let's begin with the author's introduction. Daniel Defoe was born in 1660 in London, even though his father was a butcher. Whose father was a butcher? Daniel Defoe's father was a butcher. Butcher means a person who sells meat. But Daniel Defoe was a trader, writer, and journalist too. Okay, trader means a person who buys and sells goods, currency, or shares from one country to another country. He is not only a good trader but also a writer and journalist. He started to write at the age of 40. He wrote poems and occasionally wrote criticisms of the government because he is a journalist, right? So he wrote some criticisms of the government too. He has written both fiction and non-fiction stories. Fiction means creative story. Non-fiction story means real story. Sometimes he was sent to prison for that. When he was nearly 60, he wrote the story of Robinson Crusoe. Okay? It's a novel. He has written a novel at the age of 60. What is that novel called? Robinson Crusoe. It is said that this novel has been translated into many languages next to the Bible. Moreover, it was a great success and has been popular among the children. So, basically, who will love this novel? Children will love this novel. They love to read this novel. Which novel? Robinson Crusoe. It is the first great English novel. From this novel, Robinson Crusoe, a short piece of story, is extracted for you people to tell us how he became shipwrecked. Shipwrecked means ship accident. So let's begin with the lesson. We started off on a voyage in good weather, although it was very hot. After about 12 days, however, a violent tornado means the wind which comes in circular motion, came from the north. The waves rose high, the skies were black, and the wind howled. Howled means mournful cry. Even now, before the heavy rain, when the wind blows heavily, you can hear this mournful cry of the wind. Like this is called the mournful cry, that is the howling of the wind. Wind howled through the sails. Two members of the crew means a group of people who worked closely together, were washed overboard, and after a day or two, the ship began to leak. We changed our course. Course means way, and drew out of the hurricane. Hurricane means a severe tropical storm. But the next day, a second terrible storm attacked us. We could see the shore of some unknown land, but the sea was very rough. The rain dashed down, and we were afraid to approach close to the land. Our only hope was to clamber. Clamber means climb with difficulty. Clamber into a small boat and try to row to the shore. Four of us managed to get the boat into the sea, and we jumped into it. We rowed with all our might, but the waves were like mountains. We struggled on, but at last a gigantic wave, greater than all the others, hurled our little boat into the air, and it sank beneath us. Hurled means throw forcefully. Beneath means below. I am a good swimmer, and for an hour and a half I battled in that stormy sea. As I caught sight of the coast, a huge wave would lift me up and carry me out to the sea again. Again and again I tried to reach the shore. Again and again I was thrown away by the raging seas. Raging means furious or angry. So the sea is very furious or angry. So that is the meaning of ragging. At last I was hurled towards the shore and fell down exhausted on the sand. So children, even though they started their voyage in good weather, after 12 days what happened? They met with the first storm. Storm means a violent disturbance of atmosphere. That is the formation of heavy wind, rain, thunder, lightning or snow. So what happened in that first storm which came from north? Yes, they lost their 2 members of the crew and their ship began to leak. Finally, they decided to change their way. But what happened in the very next morning? They faced another storm. Even though they found a shore, that is an unknown land, due to the rough sea and rain, they climbed into a small boat in order to escape from that place. But what happened? The heavy waves which came forcefully thrown their little boat into the air and it sank into the water. Okay, so not only the boat but also the crew members also drowned into the sea except Robinson Crusoe. Being a good swimmer, Crusoe alone swam through the stormy sea to reach the island. Once he reached the island, he fell down exhausted on the sand. Exhausted means very tired. The night was dark without a star in the sky, and I knew that lying on the sand would be dangerous. I crawled away from the sea as fast as I could and came to some bushes and trees. I didn't know what wild animals there would be in the forest, so I climbed up one of the trees and made myself comfortable between 2 great branches. There I slept the night as well as I could. In the morning, I looked out across the sea, and there was our ship a quarter of a mile away from the shore. I came down the tree and found a stream where I drank some of the cool fresh water. I lay down and slept again. The sun was high in the sky when woke up. I resolved means decided, to go out to the ship and to try and bring back some things which would be useful to me on the island. So Robinson Crusoe spent the entire night on the tree near the shore. And in the next day morning, being on the tree, he noticed that his ship was quarter of a mile away from the shore. So he came down the tree and then he found a stream of fresh water to quench his thirst. Finally, he lay down and slept again because he was very tired. Once the sun was high in the sky, he woke up and he decided to go to the ship. Why he wanted to go to the ship? Because he thought that he could collect all the things he would require to live on the island. I plunged into the sea. Plunged means dived. And made for the ship. At last, after a hard swim, I managed to reach it and discovered a rope hanging over the side. With great difficulty, I pulled myself up the rope and reached the deck. Deck means floor of a ship. The storm damaged everything. There were broken masts and torn sails. Mast means a vertical pole that supports the sails on a ship. You can see the picture of mast and sail so that you can understand what is mast and what is sails. There were broken masts and torn sails and pieces of rope all over the ship. I went down into the cabins and found an axe. On deck again, I cut the masts and ropes and made myself a small raft. Raft means a flat-bottomed craft able to float on water, which is especially made by wood. I managed to get this raft into the sea and tie it to the vessel with a rope. Vessel means ship. I found some of the seamen's boxes. Seamen's boxes is also known as seamen's chest, which is actually a box or a suitcase used by a sailor for storing his personal property on board, and filled them with stores: bread, rice, cheese, and some wine. I also found some cloths, and in the captain's cabin 2 guns, a pair of pistols, and some powder and shot. All these I piled. Piled means when you put something one on the other. That is called piled. Onto the raft, and having found a broken oar. Oar is something which is used to row the boat. I have given the picture also. I cast off. Cast off means set free. from the vessel and started for the shore. When I reached the sand, I carried the things up onto the dry land. The next morning, I walked along the shore and up a little hill. From there, I could see that I was on an island. I was a prisoner without a friend in the world. There was no one living on the island but only wild beast. Wild beast means the animal which hunts the other animal for food. Those kind of animals are called beasts. So children, Robinson Crusoe dived into the sea and reached the ship after a hard swim. When he reached there, he came to know that the ship was greatly damaged. And then he found a rope hanging on its side. With the help of that rope, somehow he managed to reach the floor of the ship. Once he reached there, with the help of the axe that he found from the captain's cabin, he cut the mast and ropes and made a raft, which would help him to carry the things from the ship to the shore. He then tied the raft to the ship with the help of a rope in order to avoid the raft floating away. And then he went to the captain's cabin and found the seaman's chest. Finally, he filled them with rice, bread, cheese, wine and cloths. Along with them, he also piled 2 guns, a pair of pistols, some powder and shot on the raft. Finally, he set free from the ship after taking the broken oar, which would help him to row the raft towards the shore. The very next morning, as he walked and reached the top of the hill, he understood that he was on an island, like a prisoner without a friend except the wild animals. The next day, I went back across the sea and brought more stores from the ship. Every day I toiled. Toiled means work hard. I brought tools, wood, rope, nails, sails and cloths, guns and ammunition. Ammunition means bullets, shells, missiles and other things used as weapons. So these things are called ammunition. What are those things? Bullets, shells, missiles and other things which are used as weapons. So whatever things that we used as weapons, those things are called ammunition. And sugar and flour and bread. In one of the wooden boxes, I found gold and silver coins. The sunshine made them sparkle. What use are you to me? I asked. Everyone in the world desires you, but me? Desires means wish. When I got back to my island, I noticed that the sky was black. Great clouds rolled up from the west. The rain poured down. I saw the ship out at sea rise and then sink beneath a huge wave. Beneath means below. So children, again in the next day morning, Robinson Crusoe went across the sea and brought more things from the ship like tools, wood, rope, nails, sails, cloths, guns, ammunition, sugar, flour and bread. He also found a wooden box full of silver and gold coins which shined in the sun. On seeing that, he knew that those coins are nowhere going to be useful for him as he was on an island. And so he returned to the island and he noticed that rain-filled black clouds which came from the west. Finally, the rain poured down and he saw the ship out at the sea rise and sinks below the huge wave. During the next few months, I busied myself in making a house with a strong stockade round it. I used one of the sails from the ship for the roof. I cut down tree trunks and carried them to the house and slowly built a strong stockade to keep out wild animals. So children, stockade means a fence or enclosure which is made up of wooden posts in order to keep out from enemies and wild animals. So here, once Robinson Crusoe, he saw that the ship got sunk in the sea. In the next few months, he himself busied in making a house. How he made a house? First, he made a strong stockade around it. And then he used the sails, one of the sails that he took from the ship as a roof for that house. And then he went and found out some tree trunks. He cut down the tree trunks, and with those tree trunks he made a fence, that is stockade, for that house, which will prevent him from the wild animals. The months passed in hard work, and one day I set out to explore the whole island. The journey took me 3 days, and when I got to the other side of the island, I found a delightful valley. There were wild grapes and limes, and I collected a quantity of these and took them back to my house. One day in the forest, not far from my house, I found some wild goats. I was just about to shoot one when I saw at my feet a baby goat. I picked it up and carried it home with me. In a few days, it became quite tame. Tame means gentle. And after that, it never left my side. After a year or two on the island, I decided to make a small boat. I chose the wood carefully and cut and worked the timber for many months. I made a sail from some of the canvas. Canvas means a strong, rough cloth I had brought on shore from the ship, and with a good wind, the boat sailed well. I taught myself how to make pots out of mud and how to make them hard and durable by burning them. I grew some corn and rice and also some wheat, and I taught myself to make bread. My life on the island was a happy one. I had a good house, plenty to eat, and plenty of work to do. One day I was walking along the seashore thinking about my home across the seas when I suddenly looked down. There on the sand in front of me was a clear footprint. It was not mine but the footprint of another man. So children, months passed by. Robinson also wants to explore the island. So he took 3 days to explore the island. Finally, he found a delightful valley which was filled with wild grapes and limes. So he collected those to his house. Apart from that, a little far away from his house, he also found some wild goats grazing over there. When he was about to shoot them, he noticed a baby goat lying under his feet. So he took it along with him to the house. From then onwards, it became his pet. So after a year or two, he decided and made a small boat out of a wood and spent some months for working timber. He also used the canvas which he brought from the ship as sail. So finally, the boat sailed well with a good wind. As days passed by, he learned to make pots and bread. So he learned how to make pots and bread. He even grew rice, corn, and wheat. And so his life was the happiest life on the island till he saw a clear footprint of another man on the seashore. So children, you all want to know how he came across a clear footprint. One day when he was walking along the seashore, thinking about his home across the sea, suddenly he looked down on the sand and found a clear footprint which was not his, actually a footprint of another man. And here I am ending this story with a curiosity in your mind. If you too have the curiosity, just like Robinson Crusoe, in finding out whose footprint was that, then I want you all to read the novel Robinson Crusoe. So this lesson is an extract from the novel The Robinson Crusoe. Okay children, thank you.